And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new, long-awaited sequel to Hocus Pocus, Hocus Pocus 2, starring Sarah Jessica Parker, um, Bette Miller, and of course Kathleen Mahan. I probably butchered her last name. I apologize. And in this story, the Sanderson sisters are back, ready to run amok again. And this time around, they're actually out for revenge, but not the revenge you think. So, in this new iteration of the story, it does tell the story of three women, three young girls from high school. Their names are Cassie, Becky, Beck, or Rebecca, that's how you want to pronounce it, and Allie, I believe, last name. One of the third, Lizzie. Sorry, I apologize. Took notes. Anyway, the three girls, they were average friends. They always hang out with each other, and they always like the spooky stuff. There's literally a magic shop that was originally the Sanders sisters' home that been turned into a magic shop where people could buy candles and spell books. To be like kind of like witches in a way. So the three of them are literally celebrating Becky's birthday, and they accidentally kind of lit the black flame candle yet again, because apparently the shopkeeper he sells it, and he makes money off of it. You figure he's a fraud, but he's not. He accidentally he gives them a candle because it's one of the girls' birthday, and they accidentally bring back the Sanders sisters. And this time around, when you see the Sanders sisters, you get that nostalgia feel, and you're like, okay, they going back for the same stick again, where they want to take the lives of children. Not in this case. In this case, it's actually very different, because I was really surprised. They actually give us a backstory of how Winifred and Sarah and Mary, they all become who they are. We get a backstory when they were kids. They were pretty much kicked out of their home because of them being, odd and different. Back in those days in Salem, when women were like that, treated like that, they were pretty much outed as witches. So they were pretty much forced into the woods, where they actually met another witch, which is like surprising in this film. And then she ends up giving them the book, Winifred's book. Spoiler for the beginning of the movie, but I had to tell you that part just to tell you how the rest of the film is. And when the witches do come back, it's a brand new era. Max and the others are not there no more. It's brand new characters, and they still, like I said before, they run amok. So how is this movie better than the first one, or just as good as the first one? How does it compete? It's a fun film. I really did enjoy it. There was some stuff in here that I feel like they took and maybe replaced with something else, and then stretched it out a little bit more, like the origins of the spell book, which is kind of like exaggerated in the first one, but then they kind of like retconned it a little bit. But that was fine. Seeing Winifred and Mary and Sarah in a whole new environment per se, because the last time they were there, they were in the 90s, and this time they're in the 2000s era, the 21st century. So they literally are there in our time period, so it's very different for them, and they still got it. We got two music numbers in here, which was a lot of fun. Not as the first one, not as catchy as the original. The second one, they took an old school song and kind of gave it a modern take on it, so I thought that was pretty cool. I think I liked Sarah a little bit more better than I always liked her, because she's always been my favorite, but they really made her more cooler in this one. Bette Miller once again proves how good she is in this role. And yeah, it felt like these ladies did not miss a step at all. As for the main new girls, the main new kids, they were pretty fun too. All three of them had a very unique, especially the main two of them, because the third one was kind of there, but she doesn't really show up towards near the middle of the movie. Then there's this magic shopkeeper guy. He's there. He was fun. There were some moments with him. He's like, of why he was doing what he was doing in this movie. And you get, oh, okay, makes sense. I would have probably done that too, because if I was a fan of the Sanders sisters, but let's face it, I think we all would have done it anyway. I just thought this movie was fun. A lot of laughs. You know, the first one will always be the best, obviously. But, you know, it's the original. Can't doubt the nostalgia for what it was. But them trying to do a sequel to this all these years later, and you know what? They tried really well, and I appreciated that. I liked the story they gave us. It wasn't the same story. They were just after kids again, you know, drink a magic potion and take their lives again, stay young forever. They actually had a main goal to really focus on who the Sanderson sisters were as characters and make us love them even more, even though they're supposed to technically be the bad guys. But you know, we all love the Sanderson sisters. There's even a great, you know, moment in here where there's like a costume contest, and when you see people like literally dressed as them, men and women, it's like that's where the nostalgia comes from. Everybody, even men today's day, still do it, and it's great. It's fun because, like I said, if you grew up with this first one, you're gonna love it. And I love this one. It was fun. It was funny. It had some cool moments. Some stuff that, you know, they kind of retcon here and there, but that's fine. I think my only negative about this film is the fact that there's a moment that has to deal with the spell book, and I don't know if I like it, and I don't know if I don't like it. So it was very iffy with me with the book. Like, I like the book. Like, the spell book is the spell book. We all love that book. Who wouldn't want that book? But I felt like it's, let's say, its allegiance to Winifred was kind of tested in here. And when you watch it, you understand what I'm trying to say. And I was just like, really? You would actually do that to Winifred? But go figure. But anyway, I'm just glad there's a sequel. It does leave a possibility for open for a third one, so that's cool. So maybe in 2 years we'll get a third one. Who knows? I mean, I would love to see another one. And I just like having fun with these movies. Now I can watch both of them back to back on Halloween, and it's gonna be fun. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Are you guys big fans of Hocus Pocus? Did you guys watch the new one? Did you guys like it? Not like it? What did you miss from the original one that wasn't in this one? Did you guys miss the original song? Did you guys miss, you know, when they were after children instead of the story that they gave us in this one? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Do you guys dress up as the Sanderson sisters? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much and have a good day.